As the Type Soul revamp has been out for about a week now, the community all has their different opinions about it just like any other game. But after a week of playing myself, this is where I stand on the revamp. Now, starting off with progression, they made it a lot easier when I played the actual initial release. I hit grade 1 after a week of playing. My friends hated the game, so that wasn't a skill issue. I just wasn't trying to play that junk alone. But within 1 day of playtime alone, I hit semi-elite. Now, progression itself is the same moving from PvE to PvP as you grade up, but this time they removed the cooldown to rank up, so you don't have to wait 90 business days to actually rank up. You could hit max rank in 1 day, and as a result, that jump became mad easy. Now, moving on to the actual combat of the Type Soul revamp, they didn't change much. It's still the same base of combat, but they did nerf moves, they buffed moves, they added new weapons. I'm not sure how much, but I know they did add a new one on the update on Tuesday night. They also did change the VFX. That doesn't really play into combat, but that's something you can throw in there because you see it when you're doing combat. But mainly combat has stayed the same. Now, I'm gonna get a little nitpicky with y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the parrying in Type Soul itself is a little delayed. I'm not the only one who thinks this. A few of my friends thought it too, but maybe it's just me and maybe we all suck. I'm not saying I'm a PvP Type Soul demon because I suck at it. I'm still learning, but still, I just feel like the parrying is a little bit delayed, but like I said, that could just be me. Now, next up, we got the developers. Now, listen, old Type Soul developers, community, mods, whatever you want to call it, it was a very scary place. I'm gonna be real with y'all, but now apparently they're enforcing it where you get banned for saying the faction slur. I'm not gonna say it, but y'all know it. I remember people in old Type Soul was getting banned for saying nothing, for doing nothing. Some dude was listening to some dude's Spotify and he got banned from the server. That's actually insane. But so far, I haven't seen nothing crazy go on. They've been giving us codes. They've been locking in the developers, the moderators. They have egos. I'm not gonna lie, if you're a moderator on a Type Soul team, I hate you. Why didn't you respond to me when I asked on release date for CC? I wish the worst for all of y'all. But listen, the developers, hey, they cool. Now, I know I said the mods haven't done nothing crazy besides egoing me, and that's cool. That's cool. I'm chill with it. But on Thursday, a CC by the name of Balboa posted a Bankai Cheese video. Now, if you don't know who Balboa is, that does not matter. But he got his content creator role removed for this. But what's crazy about this is Valakis posted the same video, but they gave him time to delete it. But when Balboa said, let me delete it, they said, hold on, bro. We ain't gonna let that slide. And he lost his content creator role. Now, that just shows you that these mods are picking and choosing. They let Valakis keep it because he has more subs, even though he did the same thing. Balboa was willing to do the same with deleting it, but guess what? They said, you ain't Valakis, buddy. You ain't get to keep it. Now, moving on further to the community itself, it's the same as you imagined it. If you follow me on TikTok, I've been posting a lot of Type Soul on there, and if you check my comments, it's that faction slur over and over and over. And I dead think people in this community are like genuinely racist, but they're saying this because they can mask it up and say it technically, even though they mean the other thing, if you know what I'm saying. Now, it don't affect me. I don't get my panties in a twist. I don't get them in a bunch because it's the internet. But still, the community in this game is messed up, bro. Especially Quincy's, bro. I was getting ganked by Quincy's while I was trying to prog as a hollow. That's why I hopped on my Quincy slot, but that doesn't even save you from Quincy's. Your own faction will grip you. But that's another time for another section. And basically, the community is just a mess. That's what I'm gonna say. Now, moving on, we're gonna talk about every specific faction. Now, first up, we got Quincy's. Their progression has to be the easiest progression I've ever seen. You just do mission boards, you just do PvP, boom, you're basically done. That's that. The only hard thing about being a Quincy is getting your strip, because it's way harder than Shikai. It's way harder than partial res, because you actually have to do PvP, while the other ones include useless, time-consuming, tedious activities. And another bad thing about Quincy's is they will not run the ones. If they see you lacking, bro, they're pulling up 20 deep minimum. You could be a grade 5, they're still pulling up 20 deep. I was literally in a Jukas, bro, and I was getting jumped by Quincy's, just killing me, taking my mass cracks away for no reason at all. Hey, I also forgot you gotta do your strip without dying, so have fun with that. While with Shikai and with partial res, you can die as much as you want and just wait for the 1 hour cooldown or grip 2 people of opposing factions to reset. Hey, that's cool though, right? Now, moving on to the most neglected race, we got hollows. Now listen, the grind itself isn't too complicated, but that's if you have no player killing going along the way. Now, if you're an albino, they used to have it where if somebody killed you, you would be literally locked out of getting Bastard Lore, which is probably the craziest thing I've ever heard in a CC game. Cool, but this is public, bro. All I gotta say on that matter is I'm glad they removed it, but that's not even where the hollow neglection ends, bro. To get your partial res, you gotta go all the way to the castle. You gotta pick up that orb, and you gotta take it all the way to some dark black pit. Now listen, you're like, oh, that's not too bad. You can't dash, you can't run, you just gotta walk. You're literally taking a trek across the most dangerous land known to man. Now listen, if you fail, better luck in an hour. You can get 2 opposing faction grips to reset that cooldown, but there should be a different one from them because everybody has to fight, so they should fight too at some point. You know what I'm saying? They make us do a obby, bro. I'm not trying to play 999 level super fun obby, bro. I'm trying to play type soul. Now for the final faction, we have Soul Reapers. Now Soul Reapers are kind of literally just sitting there balancing in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing too crazy, it's nothing too easy. It's just a chill path to take. Now obviously they're toxic, but all the factions are toxic towards each other. It is literally like racism in 2024. Hey, but it's all jokes at least, I think. Now next up, we got to talk about ranked. Now ranked is a great addition to type soul because not only can you learn PvP and get better at it through doing that, and you don't really lose anything because you don't lose your progress of stage 2 if you die, and you don't lose your progress of your shift. But if you don't have shift, do not go into ranked. If you don't have Shikai, none of that stuff, bro, you will get cooked in ranked. But the only issue I have with ranked is if you don't have a skill box and you're going against a good player who has a skill box skill, you're probably cooked because they can do stuff that you've never seen in Karakura Town before. That's just the real world. That might be the corniest thing I've ever said. But listen, you basically get what I'm saying. If you're not in ranked and you're not prepared for that junk, you're cooked. And you can only really get skill boxes from ranked. I feel like it's a higher chance in there. You can get it other places, I'm sure, like from the loot crates. But in ranked, I feel like it just has a much higher chance because the rarities go up the higher rank you are. But the higher rank you are, the better players, the more people who already got skill boxes, and the more you might get cooked. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the best at PvP, so me personally, for me, it's already not that easy. Now to close out, I just want to say real quick, the moderators are apparently the same moderators from old type soul. I didn't really keep up with moderators. They're moderators, bro. Why would I pay attention to moderators? But apparently it's the same. They still suck, they're still terrible people, and they do terrible things to children. We ain't gonna get into all of that though. That's on them. That's on another YouTuber. If it gets out of hand, I might have to be like Oskew, however you pronounce his name. I might have to go on my hating arc. But listen, I don't know why they would keep the same mod team from old type soul when the community hated them. Everybody hated them. They did bad things and they still have them. But hey, that's on them. If that sells their game, they saw it coming. But let me know what y'all think about Type Soul 2. I'm not even going to call this Type Soul 2 actually, because this isn't really Type Soul 2. It's just Type Soul with different VFX. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, they did make progression easier. Like I said, they nerfed a few things, but it's basically the same game, to be completely honest with you. I'm rocking with it because Roblox 2024 has been utter garbage. We've gotten RNGs, bandit beaters, TDs, games nobody wanted. Let's hope the rest of 2024 is a banger, because if you didn't see my video, y'all know how 2024 is looking so far, and it's looking rough. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Type Soul can hold me for a little bit. I don't know how long, but let's just hope it's until a good game comes out, and let's hope that's soon. But I'm gonna stop my yapping. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss a banger, because guess what? That's all I post, bro. But I'm gonna stop my yapping. I'll catch y'all in the next one.